on Twitter. But there are times where I'll just say a one-word smart aleck response and let it go. I feel better. They don't really have a response for that one-word smart aleck response of mine. And it just kind of dies, which is great. Let it die.
You have to realize that all the social media stuff is more for the LOLs. Don't take yourself too seriously.
Right. Exactly. I mean, because you can argue something all day long. And what's the point? Are you going to change minds and in turn change the world? No. Everyone's still going to have their same opinion, and you're just going to be tired and irritated by the fact that you just talked to an idiot for 3 hours of your day or whatever it is.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it was a couple weeks ago when the Chiefs were playing the Bills, and I made some random quasi-asinine comment saying, like, not sure if this is a matchup of two great defenses, because I think they were both like top 10 Ds, or two just really terrible quarterbacks. And then some Buffalo Bills Yahoo who must have just searched for the Bills tweet came in saying, like, oh, it's just a matchup of great defenses, but you're not really into that sort of thing. So, yeah. But so it is very funny how sensitive people can get on the Twitter machine. And I'm just going to carry off like you listened to me for the whole time. So moving on to Cam Newton on the Twitter machine was hacked. His account compromised Tuesday night. You know why? Because his password was Cam Newton 1. Oh. And the hack-e, I guess would be the word, tweeted a whole bunch of really random funny things. Like he tweeted at Richard Sherman just saying overrated. And then also putting out, I want to sign with a good team. And then at mentioning the Panthers, release me. And then the last meme was kind of funny. He tweeted a meme, Raiders, 1 year since you last won a game. Congratulations. And then, of course, the Raiders went out and won last night. Hello.
Right. Well, no, these guys are constantly saying they get hacked. Speaking of Ben Tate, who's become a huge topic of conversation today, he actually tweeted FU Cleveland.
No, we determined that one was photoshopped.
It was photoshopped, but I was getting to that. Yeah, that it was. He had everybody fooled. I mean, semi-legitimate news organizations were saying that, oh, look at what Ben Tate tweeted, and it was photoshopped.
I thought that was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny, but it did trick people, which was great.
All right, so what are your thoughts overall on athletes on Twitter? I know that we talked about this a little bit in the last one with Mike Mitchell, but it seems like a lot of these accounts are just, like PR accounts, basically.
If I was an athlete, I would do what I do in my real life. I would have a PR account and I would have a private account for friends, Like fans can follow my PR account if they really, really want to, because it's going to be lame. But you could, if you really want to be on Twitter and talk to people, then you get a private account and you just talk to your friends and people you actually know to some degree, people you trust.
My Twitter peeps, my posse.
That's right. I have a posse.
Yeah, you got a big posse.
Yeah, my private account has like 260 people that we follow each other, and we're actually they're people I trust. I trust that they're not going to screenshot something embarrassing I say and share it with the whole entire world. Not that the world cares if I say something embarrassing, but if they did, I trust that those people would not share it.
And I'm just really hoping that one day I will not be pending to follow that account.
You will not be pending to follow that account?
I put in like 17 requests to follow you, Claire, but you're like, no, whatever. Hate is going to hate.
No, I approved you. Didn't I approve you? You're following me. Shut up, Carlson.
Yeah. All right, so quick little aside. With Cam Newton getting hacked because his password was Cam Newton 1, I have a couple of guesses on athletes' Twitter passwords.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Vince Wilfork's password is Sandwich75.
Oh.
Who knew? Russell Wilson's Twitter password is FakeFacade3.
Ooh, burn.
Peyton Manning's Twitter password, I don't even think he has a Twitter password or account, but play along. 111111.
Oh no. It's not Omaha 1?
No, that one's played out.
Oh, just checking.
Alden Smith's Twitter password is.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's a lot of D's. Sorry, that was a drunk joke.
Okay,
Probably in poor taste. Yeah. Arian Foster is wah.
You shut 23. Up about Bay.
Wah 23.
Wrong.
Fine. Speaking of wrong, it's halftime for us. We're going to take a little break, a little promo from a certain little podcast where I don't know who it is, but I guess we'll find out, and we'll be right back. Claire-vs-Carlson Show. The Purple for the Win podcast is your one-stop shop for the team you hate that you love. That's right, dedicated to the pain and pleasure that is the Minnesota Vikings. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube for our weekly and bi-weekly mediocrity. And, of course, there's always purpleftw.com. Because, aside from nipple clamps and chains and whips, cheering for the Purple People Eaters is probably the most pleasurable pain you can experience on this planet. So come on in for the mediocre analysis and the more mediocre humor. PurpleFTW.com. That's right, PurpleFTW.com.
Straight cash, homie.
And coming back for segment 3 of the Claire-vs-Carlson Show. Now, I don't know about you, Claire, but that promo made me want to sign up at purpleftw.com and just be a part of the purpleftw.com community.
Well, I mean, if you're not, you may as well question your entire reason for living.
Well, it's kind of a big deal, purpleftw.com.
The biggest deal.
Purpleftw.com. We're going to get sued by Nationwide.
I can't wait for Nationwide to call.
C&D letter from Nationwide, but whatever. We got a couple of random news stories left, and then also we have our favorite game, Play or Nay, Texas Aggies edition. And
you stress me out.
What do you mean?
It's stressful.
And don't you dare have the Texas Aggies Wikipedia page open, woman. Because none of the names are on that list anyways. I checked.
Okay, because you probably got,
they're
the
deep.
Bucky Richardsons of the world.
They're deep.
Whatevs.
That's what she said. Last couple of news stories.
The whatevs or the that's deep part?
Yeah, speaking of not whatevs, not deep, not even funny. Jack Johnson, who is a defenseman for the Columbus Blue Jackets, bankrupted by his parents. Johnson, the 27-year-old hockey player, has earned more than $18 million in his career and will earn $5 million this year with Columbus. But his parents, cars, houses, travels, high-risk loans, and business ventures. He signed over power of attorney when he signed his first NHL contract, as he just wanted to focus on hockey, and filed for bankruptcy. Current assets of $50,000 and debts of more than $10 million. Reports say could be upwards of $15 million. Only 27 years old, has now officially cut his parents out, but it's very sad, but I don't think it's very uncommon.
No, I don't think so. I think it happens in the real world and probably in the sports world. You see parents trying to financially benefit from their children's talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the child actors syndrome thing.
Yeah, like Macaulay Culkin. Didn't his parents try to take his money or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Someone like that. Anyway, I don't know. It's like we were saying earlier. There are messed up people everywhere. And unfortunately, they're going to take advantage of people who have things that they can take advantage of. So, it sucks. But, I mean, this actually happened to a friend of mine. He turned 18 and he realized his father had been using his Social Security his whole life to get loans and stuff. And so he had to basically cut his father out of his life. And, I forget exactly what it was called, how he.
Emancipation.
No, he was 18. So he didn't need that.
Not emancipation.
Not emancipation. But yeah, I mean, it was a big deal. So, and it sucked for him. So I can imagine how awful it would be to discover the people who brought you into this world taking advantage of the talents you got through their genetics. That's kind of awful.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like this is a story that you see a lot on, like the ESPN 30 for 30 Broke, and then also Broke 2 coming up. That's, the athlete trusts, not even his parents. Sometimes it's a business manager or something to that ilk, or his agents, and they just want to focus on the game. And when they look back, all the money's gone. Or friends and family members come with their hands out. I was like, hey, I got this awesome business idea. So it's going to be a record label for goats.
Oh.
Sexy goats, though. Only sexy.
You're crazy sometimes. I don't know where you get this stuff.
Well, I was going to pitch you on the idea afterwards, since you're so well off now.
Well, goats are interesting animals. I'm sure they're quite
I'll take that
lovely.
as a yes. I'll have my lawyer draw up the papers.
Yes.
We're getting Claire-vs-Carlson getting in the sexy goat singing business. Come on, baby.
Hello. I'm sure it'll be very lucrative.
It's definitely an untapped market. It won't be untapped for long, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I knew where you're heading with that.
But Jack Johnson, like we said, only 27 years old, hopefully has plenty of earning power left, as apparently he's pretty good. I don't know much about hockey, but hopefully gets his priorities in line, and this doesn't be a sad story 10, 15 years down the line when he's retired and broke.
Let's hope not. I mean,
plus he can always fall back on his acoustic crooning career, Jack Johnson.
I kept thinking of that the whole time you were talking about it.
But waiting on you. Damn it, now we're going to get sued by Jack Johnson, and who else are we getting sued by? Nationwide Jack Johnson. Sorry.
We're going to be worse off than Jack Johnson, who has less than $50,000 in assets and more than $10 million in debt.
Someone else who is worse off than Jack Johnson is freaking Pitch Perfect 2. All right, so full disclosure, I loved the first Pitch Perfect. You seen that movie?
I don't think so.
How dare you? Anna Kendrick, someone named Rebel, Fat Amy, the singing, the a cappella group song. Anna freaking Kendrick. Claire, come on.
No. I don't do singing.
The wrong way
It's like
home.
a musical. It's like a musical. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah, it is. It was a musical. I don't care. I don't care. All right, so anyways, I love the first one. They're coming out with the sequel in May, and the trailer dropped this week, but Clay freaking Matthews and the Packers offensive line are in this movie. Hated it.
So you saw the movie?
No, in the trailer, they're depicted probably as a singing group, even though I'm pretty sure Clay Matthews can't sing.
You could it's probably a safe assumption.
Yeah, he also can't act either.
Well, yeah, that goes for a lot of athletes who don't know their limitations.
So I'm still going to see this movie and support my bae, Anna Kendrick, but this whole Clay Matthews thing and the Packers offensive line, I don't like it. Why couldn't they have gotten Anthony Barr and the Vikings offensive line? Terrible offensive line. Hello.
Have you seen Clay Matthews?
Yeah, he looks like a D to the B.
He's kind of pretty, though.
In what sense? In like the Vigo from
facial structure.
Vigo from Ghostbusters 2 sense? Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a nice face.
Being a genocidal maniac who's stuck in a painting and then comes back to terrorize Manhattan, I agree.
Okay, well, whatever floats your boat.
Clay is Vigo.
Okay.
Now, is this all because of you have Texas A&M ties to the Matthews family, and then Clay's like the cousin to Jake and what's his face?
No, bro.
It all comes back to the Aggies.
No, it doesn't. I mean, technically, I guess it kind of does, but it doesn't for me in this case. He has an attractive face. Whether or not you like his personality is a different story, but